Can those who do bad things change? And the setting is an older person counseling a youth.
Hannah, are you okay? I know that lady was kind of rude to you.
Yeah, I'm okay. But how can we do Jehovah gets rid of all the wickedness?
Yeah, it will be nice when Jehovah gets rid of all the wickedness in the world. But let me ask you something, Hannah. Do you think that bad people can change?
No, I think bad people can't change.
Did you know there was a man in the Bible who used to do very bad things, but he turned his life around and changed. He changed so drastically that he became a zealous minister of God. Do you know who Paul is?
Of course.
Did you know that Paul used to be a bad man?
Really?
Yes. His name was Saul back then. Saul committed many sins against God. He even took it as far as to oversee the murder of a disciple of Jesus. His name was Stephen. Do you think that murder is a big deal?
Yeah.
How does Jehovah feel about murder?
He hates it.
Yes, it's very serious. Now this wasn't a one-time thing for Saul. He did many terrible things. Let's see how the Bible describes the way Saul acted. Turn to Acts chapter 9. Would you read just the first part of verse 1 for me?
Sure. But Saul, still breathing threats and murder against the disciple of the Lord.
Thank you. So, what was Saul known for?
His evilness.
Yes. But something happened to Saul that made him change from his bad ways. Let's find out what happened as I read verses 3 through 5. Now when he was traveling, he approached Damascus, when suddenly a light from heaven flashed all around him. And he fell to the ground and heard a voice say to him, Saul, Saul, why are you persecuting me? He said, Who are you, Lord? He said, I am Jesus, whom you are persecuting. Now this light was so bright that it left Saul blind, and those with him had to lead him to the next city. Now 3 days after this, Jesus, through a vision, sent his disciple Ananias to Saul to heal his blindness. Let's find out what happened when Ananias found Saul in verses 17 through 20. So Ananias went off and entered into the house, and he laid his hands upon him and said, Saul, brother, the Lord, the Jesus that appeared to you on the road over which you are coming, has sent me forth, in order that you may recover sight and be filled with Holy Spirit. And immediately there fell from his eyes what looked like scales, and he recovered sight, and he rose and was baptized. And he took food and gained strength. And he got to be for some days with the disciples in Damascus. And immediately in the synagogues he began to preach Jesus, that this one is the Son of God. So after this amazing event took place, Saul realized he wasn't living in a way that was pleasing to Jehovah, and he saw the need to change. So he did. Do you think people notice a change in Saul?
I don't know.
Well, let's read verse 21 and see what the people thought when they saw this changed Saul. Verse 21 reads, But all those hearing him gave way to astonishment, and would say, Is this not the man that ravished those in Jerusalem who call upon this name? And that had come here for the very purpose that he might lead them bound to the chief priests? So did anyone notice that he had changed?
Yes, I saw him change from his bad ways.
Yeah. And he became known as Paul, a fearless preacher of Jesus. What do you think we can learn from this account here of Saul changing into Paul?
People who do bad things can change and turn to serving Jehovah.
Yes, that's very good. Now, how can knowing this affect our view when we're out in service?
We shouldn't judge people because they can change.
Yes, and this is our main purpose when we go out in the ministry, is to help people to see the need to turn to serving Jehovah and to please Him. We always want to have a positive attitude and remember that people, whether they're rude to us or they seem to do bad things, that they can change and turn to serving Jehovah.
Thank you for showing me this, Sarah.
No problem.
Is that time for break now?
Yeah, let's go.